Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today I'm gonna do Uni, which we did cover once on a live stream about 2 weeks back, and we kind of talked about what we are expecting it to happen, and it actually did happen. So I want to talk a little bit about the price action that we endured on this Uni. So we did talk about during the stream in a couple of scenarios, and the scenario that actually played out was the one that we said it's gonna test here. It's gonna test here, it's gonna lose this, and then on the pullback it's gonna reject around here and go all the way down, and we predicted it, it's gonna go all the way down here. So now you can see a first stage of that has already happened, this part bit, but now we want to be looking for a little bit of opportunity here, and we have actually two of them if we wish to trade it, right? So now, given that we have done it, and you can always see that from the side, you can see that from the chart side that we are actually all the time high as well. So we have to improvise just a little bit, but it is still a very good percentage wise on the first profit take that we are going to be looking at. So first of all, I'm gonna do the first sort of a thing that we just predicted it, and it's gonna be an area all the way down here. This is the area that I would kind of be gladly chasing on this coin. It's also the area that I kind of expected, if it's gonna be hit, it's gonna be a high, high non-risk, or should I say, high safety area as well. So what I mean by that is, I mean that this trade is most likely gonna be ending up like a 60% or something, 65% maybe, in a positive way of playing out. So you can see then that with the amount of R that we're just gonna be seeing from the first or second profit take, a 60% plus is a really good trade in this sort of sense. So now let's look at it. So if we put up the trade right here and we set up a stop loss right under these big wicks, you can see that we are actually located under 10%. And this is actually pretty good for us because we are looking for those points that are under 10%. We don't want to be having a too fat of a stop loss indeed. But yes, what's also one specialty thing about this area is that even if we test all the way down here, the bull market on Uni can still continue. Now, first thing, the first profit take is going to be right located at the next area that we are just created, or should I say we have just created with the current local structure, but it's not only very local. Even if you date it back, you can see it's very clearly visible. Very clearly visible right here, and you can see it, that we are actually looking at the middle of it, that we are looking at almost 2R. So again, all of the prices can be seen on my right side of my screen, and you can see that we are in this sort of a opportunity. We are buying around $22 with a stop loss under 20, and with the buy range at my profit take range at about $26. So you can see that this first profit take already brings us up 17%, $4 move on the chart, or almost 2R. So you know already from the bat why this is a very good opportunity, because if we are looking at a 60% plus trade, 2R is a very good profit take, and it's gonna make us profitable long term. No, for the secondary profit take, because we already said that from that area downwards we can still continue on bullishness. We can go all the way to the high and actually hunt the biggest profit take, or should I say the previous high of the chart right on top, and we go for that one. You can see why this is panning out to be such a great trade or such a good opportunity, because you are going up all the way up to $35. So this brings you up to 56%, 6.3R or 12, almost $13 on the entire chart move. And again, this profit take is located around $35 on the Uni, and you can see why it's so good. Now, there is one thing that I will probably most likely be doing if this price does reach all the way to down here and it goes all the way up here. I will most likely be selling most of my positions, if not all, right here, waiting then on a pullback and refilling my position somewhere around this area, which at this point of time I can't call it yet because I do not see the price action that is about to unveil up there. But in the future, if something like this does happen, I'll try to cover it in the stream or just make another video about it. Now I'm going to delete the whole drawing that we have created here, and going to go about a second possible opportunity on this chart, and this one now is going to be a risky one. And when I say risky one, this one is probably less likely for like under 50% chance of being hit, but due to the current circumstances of Bitcoin and Ethereum still being bearish, Bitcoin being bullish, You already know the current battle between Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is more bullish than Ethereum is, and Ethereum is kind of dragging it down, or it's like vice versa. Do not understand the current condition between those. But since Bitcoin dominant chart is slowly losing its case, but I have to, while saying that, I have to mention that it didn't lose the area yet. We can now draw another area right from this one, and this one is on smaller time frame. Now this trade is definitely under 50% when it gets to hit. I do not like to play these positions, but I will explain it to you why I do want to play it, or why this is a possible opportunity in this sort of a case. Because as we are saying that we are going to be buying in this area, and the buy is right now, by the time this video gets uploaded, we can put our stop loss, let me zoom it a little bit in, we can put our stop loss all the way to up here, and you can see that we are getting almost half of the stop of the previous trade. So our stop is just shy under $6, and you can see our stop is at around $26, and our fill rate is about 27 at around $27. Now, what makes this such a good trade, you might ask? And the thing is, because this is sort of the area, and let's just say we are going for a breakout, I would then be aiming all the way to the top. Because in order for this to happen, then Ethereum will most likely moon. And if Ethereum moons and becomes bullish at the same time with Bitcoin, well, I can imagine that alts will have a good run, especially on USDT charts as well. So if I'm taking such a big risk trade, I want a big ass reward for it. And if I move this all the way up to the top, you can see why this would be, even though it's a very low percentage play, you can still see why this would be a good one, because essentially you are looking at what first profit take $6 chart on the chart move, 21% or 3.6 R. So you see with 3.6 R, even though there's a high percentage risk that this trade gets stopped out, you still have a very decent win if you decide to win, and you will make a lot more money on the trade per long term than if you are now taking it. Now, obviously, you could, in this sort of case, you could take both of the trades. In this case, if this stops you out, this bottom trade will most likely react, and you will likely be even if you take a full profit target on a first trade, right? And thus, this will cover it. And if you're going into this one, then yes, 0.5% may be in order. So that would be pretty much top of the risk when it comes to it. Now, once you do, let's just say this trade now plays out, you break the top, you go towards new high, then you already know our strategy, right? We will be waiting for entire new structure to begin, and once it does and it breaks out, we put our stop loss underneath it, and we keep on doing that until it eventually reverses the whole trend and stops us out. That is probably the best case scenario, should I say, the best way to follow such trades, because who says that Uni cannot end up at $80 in the future? We absolutely don't know how, and we don't have that information. So please, guys, I do hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday. Please do like the video, share the video, you know, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also check out our 4C blogspot, right, where we discuss about stuff like, you know, Bitcoin dominance. We do Bitcoin analysis, we post the videos on there, and also some of the things that will help you on a journey to becoming a trader if you do wish to become one, right? So yes, guys, thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.